Hello everyone. This topic is about market segmentation and targeting. Each one of us is unique, and we are from different backgrounds, live in different places, and have different interests and goals. So, given a chance, if you look at the marketeer's perspective, it's very difficult for them to provide different products for different consumers, but that is neither feasible nor practical. So when companies try to attract as many customers as possible, they try to identify the characteristics which are quite relevant to the product and services they offer. So if for example, if you are selling a soap, a bath soap, you will look at the age or skin type of the customer. Or if you're selling a wristwatch, you will look for the occupation or income. So in a way, you try to satisfy the needs and wants of the customers better, and that is the essence of segmentation. So in this segmentation topic, at the completion of the topic, you will be able to understand what exactly market segmentation, and you will be able to develop a marketing strategy to segment and target, then understand the need of target marketing, and then you'll be able to choose the alternative target market available to a given organization. So what exactly is segmentation? Segmentation is to divide the entire market into homogeneous groups based on some common parameters. If for example, if you go to buy a pair of shoe, you may look for quality, somebody else may look for price, somebody else may look for a brand. So for a marketeer to get all of these type of customers satisfied, they will be looking at or let's say develop separate offers to each one of them, which is very infeasible. So the solution is to try to find out some commonality among them and divide the market into various homogeneous groups. So this segmenting based on the fact that they vary, and it is possible to group them into common homogeneous groups, so that see the marketer can offer differentiated products for different segments. So what exactly is segment? Segments are the groups or subgroups which are sharing one or more characteristics and having similar product needs. So this is one of the segmentation and targeting, one of the two marketing strategies, so that once you can segment, then you can develop build the right marketing mix for the particular segment. So these are the benefits. The company can create more fine-tuned products and service offerings. They can choose the distribution channels and communication channels easier. They may face fewer competition if they are catering to a segment of customers, right? So that's the role. That's what we discussed. So there are different how to segment. So there are different bases for segmentation. There are four on overall there are four bases for segmentation: geographic, demographic, psychographic, and behavioral. The first two, geographic and demographic, talk about or they cover the who or what aspect of the consumer, and that's the reason why they are called as the descriptive basis. So geographic segmentation based on the territory demarcations, for example, let's say maybe region, city, the size of the city, the density of the population, etc. So dividing an overall market into homogeneous groups based on the locations, right? In the sense, let's say, for example, if you look at the hotter places or the colder places, the cloth, so the clothing companies, they segment them based on that, because the hotter place may require more cotton cloths, and colder places may require more woolen cloths, right? So they dividing the entire market based on geographic segmentation. Climate is another important segmentation factor, because for example, northern consumers may eat more soups than the southerners, or southerners may choose use more chlorine for their swimming pools than the northern residents. So based on this geographic segmentation, the consumer's choice or the behavior may vary. Right. The next one is demographic. Demographic is about the measurable statistics about the human population, and that include age, income, education, occupation, family size, marital status, etc. Then this is how the a market without any segment and looks like, and this is what is segmented by gender, because these are males, females. Then this is based on the age, and that's how. The next set of variables of segmentation are psychographic and behavioral. Psychographic segmentation is these two, psychographic and behavioral segmentation, they cover the why aspect of the consumers, right? So in the psychographic, as the word says, it includes the science of both psychology and demography, so that you can understand the consumers in a better way. It may be based on the personality, the values, the motives, the lifestyles, right? When I say lifestyles, the values, lifestyles, or the AI statements, activities, interests, opinions. So when you divide these customers based on these variables, you will get the details about the segments. For example, maybe the culture, you can divide the segments based on social norms, etc. I'll give an example. Let's say if you go for a pair of jeans, you may look for skinny jeans, or some people look for regular fit jeans, and you may look for different brands like Jack and Jones, or somebody may look for Lee, somebody may look for Levi's. Somebody may go and probably buy it from a high-end boutique. Somebody may go buy it from a department store. Somebody may buy it from supermarket. So different people, different choices, and different places they may buy from, right? Then comes your behavioral variables are mostly divided into groups based on their knowledge, attitude towards a particular product, or response to a particular product. Maybe benefits, like what exactly benefit are looking for, maybe quality, service, economy, or speed. Or it can be divided based on the user and user usage rate, user status such as non-users, ex-users, first time or potential users, or usage rates such as light user, medium user, heavy user. For example, your the mobile network, mobile telephone network users, maybe light, medium, heavy. Or attitude, enthusiastic or positive or indifferent, or whether the consumers are having any negative attitude or having hostile attitude towards the product. So based on these behavioral variables also, the market can be divided into segments, right? So these are the segments are. And now once you know that these are my basis, and once you divide the entire market based on your basis of segmentation, next is how to make it effective. So the market segmentation cannot be effective unless until they meet these basic requirements. A segment has to be measurable, in the sense you should be able to know the size of the segment, how many users or how many potential buyers, or what is their purchasing power, what exactly the profile of the segment, that should be able to measure. Substantiality, are the segments large enough to warrant me a separate marketing targeting, or does it warrant me enough profit so that I can go for it. Accessibility, can we reach our customers? Stability, do this segment of customers, they exhibit the similar behavior or similar characteristics over a certain period of time? Are they differentiable, in the sense, is the segment responding to the marketing efforts in a specific manner, or they differ, like your married or unmarried woman's response to perfumes? If it is not differentiable, then there is no point in segmenting it, right? Then is it actionable? Is it cost effective way to attract and serve the segment? So these are few basic requirements where your segmentation can be effective. Now that you know how to segment, these are the steps in the process of segmenting. First, you select a market or a product category for study. Then you choose the basis. And once you choose the basis, then you select the segmentation descriptors. Means how do you describe a particular segment once you divide into homogeneous groups. Then you profile and analyze the segments. Then you select the target market. And once you select the target market, then you can design and implement the right marketing mix for it. Now the next is, once you are done with the segments, what do you mean by targeting? What are target? What is the, how to target it, right? Let's say you have multiple segments. The next task is to decide whether to focus on all the segments, or you need to focus on one of them, or you need to focus on some of them. That decision depends on or involves how much you can spend or how many customers you can satisfy effectively. So now that you know this decision, to take this decision, the answer is simple. Every marketing program will have some limitations, in the sense the resources are always limited, and hence you select segment or focus on a segment where you optimize the resources and try to satisfy the customers or the segment of customers effectively. So how many segments to select and which one to focus on is being, every segment is evaluated, and each of these identified markets need to prioritize their resource investments, right? So based on that, there are different targeting strategies. These are the few targeting strategies, like your undifferentiated marketing, when a firm produces only one product or product line and promotes it to all the customers within a single marketing mix. For example, Coke, they have only one product. Let's say Coke. The country does not matter from doesn't differ from one segment to another segment, right? And differentiated marketing is like when a firm produces numerous segments or numerous products and promotes them into different segments in a different with a different marketing mix. The right example, I would say, would be Maruti Suzuki, because if you look at Maruti Suzuki, they have Maruti Alto, or let's say Alto for the upcoming middle class segment, and Swift or Baleno for the upper middle class or middle class segments, and then Maruti Ciaz for the rich class, and they have Maruti Ertiga for the family. It's a big family segment, and Omni for the taxi drivers. So they have different products, and then they promote, or they have different marketing mixes for the different segments. Then third one is the concentrated marketing or niche segment, where the marketers, they go after a large share of a fewer smaller segments than going after a small share of a large segment. For example, Fena detergent or Ghadi detergent, they always they want to be in that bottom of the pyramid, and they want to focus on that particular small segment, niche segment, right? So this way we can see the target markets, the single market concentration, like the firms gain strong knowledge of the segment's needs, and they want to focus on that particular single market only. For example, your Porsche sports car, right? So they have only one product for that particular segment. Or if it is selective specialization, then you have your Hindustan Unilever. They have different products for different segments, like your Wheel, then Nirma, then Surf Excel. So 3 different products for the different segments, right? Product specialization, these are the firms who specialize in making a certain product and sell it to several segments, right? That is called product specialization, where your let's say JC machines, or let's say your microscope manufacturer, they sell to university, the government, the labs. They have only one product or certain product, and they sell to different several segments. Market specialization, only one market, but then many products. For example, your a firm may serve selling to defense forces or to doctors, right? So like that, market specialization. Then full market coverage, where the firms attempt to cover all the customer groups with all the products they might need, right? So these are the different strategies. This is how you can look at it. Now, once you know the segments and the targets, we need to understand that there is no single best choice strategy that suits all the firms, and the determinants to pick a specific market strategy depends on what kind of resources you're having, what kind of product homogeneity you have, which stage in the PLC or product life cycle you are in, and what kind of strategy the competitors are making. So if you would consider these kind of determinants and segment the market based on your basis, and wisely choose your target, and accordingly set up the marketing mix for that particular target segment, then I think you will be able to sustain, able to have a sustainable growth in the market. Right. So these are the frequently asked questions in this topic. What are the process of market segmentation, and how does a marketer do examining the attributes that distinguish among others? What are the guidelines for selecting a target market? Discuss differentiated marketing strategy. What do you understand by constant marketing strategies? And so these are the typical questions which are asked at the end of the chapter. I think once you are at the end of the topic, you'll be able to answer all these questions. So that's about market segments and targeting. Thank you very much.